Hey, what's up, comic compadres, and welcome back to the Hoodrat podcast, where I'm Hoodrat, you're Hoodrat, and what? We are going to San Diego Comic-Con 2022. What's up, Efren? How you doing, man?
Hey, everyone. I'm Passport Comics, and we've been waiting for this con for 3 long years. We got a week or about 6 days left, so we're going to talk about Comic-Con. We're going to give you guys all the information you need to know.
We're going to give you the OG tips, man. The OGs. We have at least about 40 years of experience and going to San Diego Comic-Con. I've been going for about 10 years. Efren, how long you been going, bro? Like you tripled me, right?
I've been going about 30 years now. I'm an old man, so yeah.
Yeah. Efren's been going since it was a real Comic-Con. Yeah. But now it's the epicenter of pop culture now, man, which is a good thing. You know, it all brings us here to San Diego. I'm a San Diegan here. Efren is a local San Diegan as well, man. So coming straight from the roots, man. For you guys out there going to San Diego Comic-Con that have some questions, and always feel free to email us or send us a DM over on Instagram, and we can answer your questions there as well, man. But let's get into it, man. Let's get into it because we know you guys have some questions. And we're here to give you some answers, man, and give you some tips. So the very first tip you need if you have a badge and you're going to San Diego Comic-Con, what should I bring? The first thing you should bring is a very comfortable backpack, man. And I'm recommending this backpack. I actually have this Hex Gym League Collector's backpack. They're not giving me anything. Man, to promote this backpack. But I love this backpack. I use it for everything. If you're a comic collector, it has pockets for your comics. It can hold up to like 100 comics. It can hold up to like 20 slabs. It's a perfect backpack for Comic-Con. I even hold my mics. I hold my tubes in here. I put my tubes in here for all my posters. I put my water bottle right there. Right here is where I put other things like a battery charger and all that good stuff. And in here, you can hold your sketchbook, man, that you want to give to different artists. You can put pins and everything, man. I love this backpack. It goes for about $130 on Amazon. You can get it right now for $130, which isn't bad. And it's totally worth all the money. Not only do I use this thing for Comic-Cons, but I also use it for real life. It is my go-to backpack that I use for everything. When I'm not using it for comics, I use it for to carry my snacks and everything else, man, when I'm climbing up a mountain. It's a great backpack, man. How about you? What type of backpack do you use, bro?
Oh, I got the old school backpacks. Just a regular backpack, just a little side for water, and has 3 dividers in it, where I put my comic books, and if I buy any other stuff there. Most of it's for comic books that I use them for, to be honest with you. And if I buy a tube for my posters, I just hold it with my hand, and I put my.
You hold it with your hand, man. Come on, you're OG.
I hold the tube like that, or I go to my car and drop it off.
Okay. Hey, but big shout out to Shortbox. They actually gave me this Hex. I really enjoy it, man. Shout out to them, man. One of the best comic places you can buy slabs on the web, man. I love those guys. And then next, man. So next up is you got to have one of these, right? Right, Ed? Yeah. You got to have one of these. Why, man? What? Yeah.
Your phone's gonna go dead. You're using it so much. Either you want to go on Instagram, or you want to communicate with people, take pictures. You're always holding your phone, and that battery seems to drop quick. So having a battery charger, it's a must. Or unless you just want to, hook up to a wall outlet, and you'll be there for over half an hour while you can be doing other things. So this is a must.
But those wall outlets, there's only the wall outlets are always full. They're always full. There's one wall outlet that I know of. I'm not going to tell y'all because I go there every time just in case, my battery pack is low. So I'm not going to tell you that tip because that's my secret wall outlet. But if you look around any of the walls over in the convention center, they're always full. Yeah. The one place this is the one place that advice if you don't have a battery pack and you want to put it against the wall is when you're in one of the smaller panels, the wall outlets are usually open. So while you're watching the panel, you can hook it up, put your phone there, and enjoy the panel, and then you got a half full battery. But Efren, the OG, listen to him, man. You could travel, you could keep walking, you can keep enjoying the con, you can keep doing what you need to do, you could keep getting them lines for them signs or exclusives while you're charging your battery at the same time. And I also have this anchor too, so I highly recommend it. This anchor is awesome, man. I use it for I use it not only for cons, but when I'm on vacation or I'm out in the wilderness doing hikes, man, I really like it. But yeah, another advice I want to give you guys for your phone is empty out all the pictures you don't want. Put them on the cloud, man. Put them on a hard drive, because you're gonna take a lot of pictures and a lot of videos, and you don't want your phone saying cannot take videos or pictures because the hard drive is full. That would be the worst at San Diego Comic-Con. You know, like make sure you do that before you come out to the con. All right. So the next tip that we got is have comfortable shoes. And Effort, man, you want to talk about comfortable shoes, bro?
Oh, they're a given, because your feet are going to be aching. You're going to walk at least 5 miles, and that's, you know, being generous. You're going to walk more than 5 miles. Just the convention center is so big, you know, from one end to the other. You're just going to be going back and forth constantly to the whole time. Then you're going to go outside and walk, go to the gas lamp district, or go behind the convention center. It's a lot of walking. So comfortable shoes, comfortable, breathable socks, you know, it's a must. I mean, if you don't come with flip-flops, please
don't.
Man, you're going to regret it, because your feet are going to be aching. And even at the end of the day, my feet are just aching, you know, so, but I'm ready the next day. So.
Yep. You're going to at least walk 1 mile to get into the convention center in the morning, because you have to jump in line, in the everything else line, and you're going to make you go all the way over. They're going to make you walk from the tents, and we'll get there, the tents all the way into the convention center, make you walk all the way around the convention center if you want to get into that at the starter line that's at the Hall H, above the escalators above Hall H, and that's about a 1 to 2 mile walk. Seriously. So you want to bring really comfortable shoes. If you don't be stylish about it, bring your workout shoes, the shoes that are comfortable when you work out, because those shoes will save you. And you don't want them cornrows, and you don't want to have achy feet. You don't want to have bleeding, you know, blisters on the back of your foot, because that will hamper your con. That will truly hamper your con. Bring your most comfortable shoes, and I always recommend the shoes that you go to the gym with, the shoes that you go hiking with, the shoes that you run around to do your errands. Bring those shoes. Leave the Jordans at home. Leave the stilettos at home, girls. The stilettos don't work at Comic-Con, right, F? Like, you're just gonna break your feet, man.
Not that I know of, man.
Yeah, man. And those big old goth boots, leave them at home, man. Leave them at home. Bring your most comfortable shoes. That's our best advice. The most comfortable shoes that you use every day. The next thing up, man, is this one right here. I didn't learn about this until I think my 3rd or 4th year of Comic-Con. You can actually buy these are really awesome. So they hold your posters. You will get a ton of free posters at San Diego Comic-Con. They hand out posters everywhere. We have Paramount, we have Warner Brothers, we have Marvel, we have Disney, we have all these different like studios at San Diego Comic-Con, and they're going to be giving you full-on movie posters. Sometimes you just walk by a booth and there's a celebrity there signing free posters, you know, and somehow you got in, and you don't want to be crunching that thing up in your hand. You don't want to fold it up and put it in your backpack. You want to cherish that thing as like it's you know, as a great memory, as a memory that you'll be remembering for the rest of your life, that you'll be showing off to your kids and your you know, and trying to impress people with for the next 50 years. So buy one of these, man, because these can hold up to a lot. These hold up a lot of posters. This is a professional choice of water resistant expandable storage tube, which means it crunches really small, about this big, but it expands to about that big, you know. So it's a really good one. Luckily, I found mine at the flea market for like $1, you know. But you can buy this at Amazon and get this the next day before your flight, or you know, before Comic-Con happens, for $25. What do you think? Tell them what you do, F. Tell them what you do, bro.
Well, when I first started going to Comic-Con, they would just give out the posters, and I would just probably just wrap them up with a rubber band and hold them in my hand. And you're correct. It gets creases in it. It gets bent on the edges. So I have not bought one of these, but the Fox booth, they always would give out free tubes. And, you know, it has like the Simpsons on it. And that's the one I would use basically. And that's the one I still have here. Every time I go to a con, I always tell myself, don't get any posters. You've had enough in your house. But I always end up with at least 2 or 3. So I'm going to have my tube that I got free from Fox a couple years ago.
Man, unfortunately, Fox is not going to be around this year, man. That's what I'm hearing, man. It's unfortunate, because I have a collection of those tubes from Fox, because I get one too, you know. But it's So you're gonna need one of these. You're gonna need one of these to bring around with you. It also has a strap, so you can strap it around you and look really cool. People will be jealous, man. People will be like, "That's a great idea. That is a great idea." Let them know. Hood and Passpoint let you know, man, the good idea. So grab one of these for $25. You can actually buy these also at Home Depot. You can go to your local Home Depot, ask them for the expendable resistance storage tube. They have them there as well, so you don't even have to get it from Amazon. You can get it tonight. Next up is lines, man. You're gonna be waiting a lot of lines. If you want to go in a Hall H, you're gonna probably be sleeping overnight, right, F?
Yep,
like if you want to get a Hall H on a Saturday to see DC and Marvel and and HBO and all those great shows, or the Walking Dead, which seems to never end, man. You're gonna be waiting in line like all night. So bring a really comfortable sleeping bag. But if you're hardcore, I'm gonna tell you, if you're really hardcore, you will sleep in the bag that they give you when you pick up your lanyard or you pick up your badge. I've seen somebody sleep in their bag before in this line, man. I was like, that is a hardcore fan right there. But don't buy a brand new sleeping bag. Take one from your mom's attic or your dad's attic, because it's gonna get dirty. You'll be sleeping on the marina, or you'll be sleeping on the grass. But another advice is to grab one of these Quest oversized 3-legged tools, because you'll be waiting in line a lot, and you'll just be sitting at a standstill. And you can actually put these in your backpack as well, and you can break it out and sit down and conserve your energy. Right, F? It's like San Diego Comic-Con is about conserving your energy. Yep.
So one thing about this picture, if you've never been to Comic-Con and you see this picture about people sleeping on cement, you think they're crazy. But let me tell you, it's memories and experiences you'll never forget once you get inside the hall, and it's worth it. I've done it. I slept overnight one time on the floor. I had I had a what do you call it? Not a tent, but help me out here. We'll edit this.
A canopy? I don't know.
This.
What do you?
Sleeping bag. God.
Sleeping bag. Yeah, sleeping bag.
You can edit this part, man. So I got a sleeping bag.
We don't edit here on Hoodrat Podcast, man. So yeah. So I mean, I actually slept in this line. This was a line in 2015 or 16 for the Star Wars panel when Force Awakens was announced in 2015. So I actually slept here on this right here behind the marina. It was the best sleep I've ever got at Comic-Con, man. It was like the perfect night to sleep outside in a sleeping bag, man. And the fun thing about this is, you see my neighbors right there. I woke up a little late. They came with coffee for me, and I was like, I don't even know you guys. They're like, bro, we're brothers, man. We slept together in the Hall H line. Here's a coffee for you, man. And cool. Another good advice is, there's a hotel. There's a marquee right next to the convention center. There's a little door in there that you can walk into, and there's a bathroom in there. Okay, so that door is open 24/7. So if you need to wash up, put on some deodorant, and make yourself a little clean after sleeping all night on the concrete, you can walk up in there and do that as well, man. So but bring a sleeping bag. Buy this chair. It's not that expensive. It's $13. It will save you a lot of energy, and save your back a lot of energy, and save your feet a lot of aching. A lot of aching. So sleeping bag and a chair, man. Next up, umbrella, man. I mean, why? I bet all of you guys are like, Hood, why an umbrella? Why an umbrella? Like, is it gonna rain during Comic-Con? No, it's not gonna rain. We live in San Diego. Never rains in San Diego. Probably rains maybe 20 days out the year, man. And the other days are just sunny and spectacular. And why? Because you're gonna be waiting in lines outside. So this will help block the sun, man. And not only does it block the sun, but it helps conserve your energy, so that you can stay up all day and all night for 5 days, 6 days in a row for San Diego Comic-Con, and have enough energy on Sunday, man, to make it happen, man. So people will be jealous of you, and you will be looking very, very smart. They will be saying, that's a great idea. Let them know that Effort and Hood let you know, man, that you're gonna buy these umbrellas right here, these travel umbrellas that you can buy for $10 on Amazon as well, and it comes to your house like the next day, and you'll bring it. This also fits in your backpack, so you have that tri-legged stool, and you have this in your backpack, and you also have that tube around your neck. You'll look like you're going to combat, but you're going to combat for Comic-Con, and I'm telling you, man, Comic-Con can be the funnest combat zone that you will ever experience as a nerd. All right, so that'll block the sun. So remember to bring those umbrellas. Next up, man, you gotta bring snacks, right, F?
Yeah,
Right,
that's
snacks.
a must, man. You're gonna burn up a lot of energy, and you can buy food inside the convention center, which I really wouldn't recommend because it's not the best. So having snacks to get you through the day, it's a must.
Yeah, you want to bring healthy carbs. You want to bring healthy carbs. You want to stay away from the protein, man. The protein will make you sleep. You eat that. If you bring that big heavy roast beef sandwich, I guarantee you'll be sleepy. You'll be sleepy for about 3 hours at the con. And 3 hours is a long time for San Diego Comic-Con to be sleepy, because you have to be able to manage your time, and you don't want to be sleepwalking during Comic-Con. So bring you some healthy carbs. Bring you some healthy fruits. Bring you some healthy vegetables. Stuff that'll give you long-burning energy, long-term energy. Nothing that'll give you that short-term boost like candy bars, sugar and all that other junk, man. You want to get stuff that came from the earth, man, that doesn't have any of those trans fats and all that other junk they put in it, man. You want to bring natural foods. I like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, man. They give me the energy I need all day, fills me up. I make 2 to 3 before I leave my hotel room or my home to go to San Diego Comic-Con, and they do me well, man. They keep me on the floor and keep me busy. What's your favorite snacks, Efren?
Gosh, I like the rice cakes because they're light.
Yep.
Not too heavy. I also like eating fruit. I always bring bananas or apples or oranges. Keeps me full, so to speak. But if I feel like going to get something to eat, do it. If you're that hungry, you can do it. You just go.
Just go.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I like pineapples as well, because pineapples has really good sugar, carbs, and it's full of water. So you're actually getting everything you need all at once, man. So it gives you a lot of long burning energy. So and you can put that in those little Ziploc bags. I'm telling you, man, you guys will enjoy it. You guys will be on the con floor or in that hall awake, and that's what Comic-Con is all about. It's like no sleep, staying awake the whole time, man, for 5 days. All right. Next up, man, let's talk about some good places where you can get some information about San Diego Comic-Con. You want to take this away, F?
This, to me, is the best site. It's the SDCC unofficial blog. Follow them on Twitter, because that's when they bullet point everything that's happening, and set your alarm to it, man, because it's going to be ringing off the hook. Yeah, it already is happening now, but just stay always get up to the date information. And this, to me,
right there, man, right there. I have mine giving me alerts. I have 3 alerts within the last 7 minutes, and they're all awesome alerts.
Yeah, they're awesome. I love this site, especially on Twitter. I really recommend going to Twitter and hooking up with this site and press the notification button, because they're going to be going off the wall with notifications. They may say, hey, there's this actor and he's at the Marriott, or he's at the Hilton. You want to go check him out. Hey, Hall H is really empty right now. If you want to go inside, now would be the time. That type of information, it's invaluable.
Yeah, and they do it. They streamline it. It's happening in real time when they're sending you all that information. So not only do you get the information before the con to help you plan, but you get it during the con. So, and they'll let you know, like, if there's a pop-up event that's happening that wasn't listed, like, and they'll say you got to get here in 10 minutes. And they also have scavenger hunts as well, where they give out prizes, which is pretty cool. I got a little pin once. I did the scavenger hunt, man. They're a great group, and I'm thankful for all they do and all the time they put into this to make San Diego Comic-Con, a valuable experience that we can actually see the things that we want to see, right? That's because there's too many things going on, and they help kind of organize it for us, So another great site that you can check out is the San Diego Comic-Con group. This private group, it has 33,000 members. I think it's ran by Eric Guerrera. He's an artist out here in San Diego. Really good. This is where I met a lot of friends. Met a lot of friends here. Really, really great group. If you're looking for, say, like a hotel room, people list hotel rooms. If you're looking for like good places to eat, if you're looking for lines to join, like so you can get on a Hall H or everything else line. These are a lot of people have those topics to help you out as well. And another great one that I like is San Diego Comic-Con SDCC attendees, ran by Parks and Cons. And Parks and Cons kind of do the similar thing what we're doing now. They give you tips on how to navigate yourself around the convention center, and off-site events as well. You know what I'm saying? And that's half the battle, man. Like half the battle is inside the con and half the battle is outside, because there's so many things. They turned the whole downtown into a Comic-Con, so you don't even need a badge to enjoy Comic-Con as well. So those are 3 different groups on Facebook and Twitter that you can join. And next up, man, all right, F, man, I'm gonna give this one to you, bro.
Guys, you have to have yourselves checked for COVID. You know, hopefully you have the booster shots and everything like that, and the regular shots that they gave out. If not, you have to have you have to have yourself tested. I think at least 2 to 3 days before the con, and they're gonna check everything. You know, there's also an app for that too. You know, which I have. I think we've used it before. I forgot the name of the app. I haven't.
Clear app. It's called Clear
app. So if you put all your information on there, all you do is gotta show it to them once. At Star Wars Celebration, we did that, and then they gave you a special wristband for all 4 days. I'm not sure if they're going to do that at Comic-Con, but it would be a good idea. So I'm sure they're going to do something so you don't have to show it all the time.
Yeah. So you have to. So either you have to have your immunization for COVID, that card or a copy of it, and your ID. Or if you're not vaccinated, you have to give a negative test that was taken within 72 hours of you showing it to that person in the front of the line. So if you do not do that, they will not let you in. And I think San Diego Comic-Con, you're gonna have to wear a mask as well, so bring a couple of those, man. So stay safe, stay healthy, stay safe and stay healthy. And you'll find these in the front of the convention center or over by the train tracks before you get in. So my best advice is get there early. Come on Wednesday, come on Tuesday, get your wristband so that you don't have to wait in lines. The lines get really, really long on Thursday. At the beginning of the con, you will not get a bracelet for an hour. So go early on Wednesday or Tuesday to get that bracelet. You cannot cut it off. You have to wear it the whole entire Comic-Con. So make sure you put it on your left hand, if you know what I'm saying, right? You know? So, or on your right hand if you're left-handed, you know? So, and next up, let's talk about the lines, man. So everybody's always asked me, where do I line up, man, to get into San Diego Comic-Con in the morning? There's 2 different lines. There's the everything else line, which means this is the line to get all the exclusive in the exhibits rooms, or to go to ballroom 20. Then you have the Hall H line here, and this is the line to get into Hall H, which is right there. And you can find it over here at Harbor and Park Boulevard. Petco Park is about right here, so it's right across the street from Petco Park. And if you want to be first, you got to get there really early or join a line group, you know. So what do you got to say about these lines, F?
So for the everything else line, besides ballroom 20, which you mentioned, there's also all the other rooms. There's room 6, 7, A, B, 10. So, but that's also on the everything else line. Yeah, man, it's a mad rush for preview night. Everybody's in line already. We're going to be there Tuesday with friends. We're all going to take turns standing in line, and hopefully we'll get in first.
Yeah, hopefully.
Lines, if you're not sure which line is which, I mean, just look at this picture. The one closest to the road is the everything else line, and then Hall H line is right next to it.
Yep, and they zig and zag. So this was zig and zag all the way through and come around here. This was zig and zag all the way through here and come out somewhere around here over by the Hilton Bayfront. And this is what it'll look like. We're going to give you a visual of what this looks like, so you guys know. That is what it looks like. Look for the tents. Look for those tents, and you see how everything is zigging and zagging, and people are sleeping in their sleeping bags and everything else. I think back in my first Comic-Con, there was no tents. So you guys are lucky, man. There's tents, man. There's tents, you know what I'm saying? So before you had to wait in the hot sun, right, F? Like before pre-movie Comic-Con, you know what I'm saying? Now,
be aware, everyone, these tents are just for Hall H.
No, these ones right here. This is the everything else line right there. So but they go out here. So all these tents are for Hall H. Yeah. These ones right here, and just this is for everything else. So if you're in the back of the line, you're gonna be in the sun. So that's what I'm saying. Bring an umbrella. Bring an umbrella, or you're gonna get fried. You're gonna get fried, and you'll come Friday, but you won't come Saturday because you're gonna have major sunburn. Because San Diego gets hot in the summer. So that's what it looks like. These lines over here. And then once you go into the convention center, if you're going into the everything else line, I want to give you guys a heads up on what that looks like. Either you're going to line up here at the chutes in sales pavilion, or you're going to line up here at the second floor Hall H escalators. And this is what the chutes look like right here. So I'm going to back it up a little bit. So what happens is they'll take you right here, and you're going through Hall H, and then you'll walk around this corridor right here. And once you get here, you can either go to the chutes, or you can keep walking all the way back around to the escalators that you came up. So that's what I'm saying. You're coming out from all the way out here, which is the tents, and you're walking all the way around, and it's only 6 o'clock in the morning. You have just walked almost 2 miles. So wear them nice shoes. Hall H doesn't go until 10. They won't let Hall H in till 10 o'clock in the morning, and you're just going to enter right here at Hall H and hopefully get a good seat up front. You know what I'm saying? So not a far walk for the Hall H people. A long walk if you're in the back of the line over there in the promenade over there in the marina, but a short walk if you're up front. You know what I'm saying? So it is a long walk, and I put this here because I didn't know what was going on. But back in the day, this is where the tickets for exclusive and signings will be right here. If you want to do the bag of chance, that's what we call it, bag of chance for autographs by Ozzy Osbourne or Todd McFarlane. They will be right here in the pavilion to the west side of the pavilion, and the chutes line up around here. And I'm gonna give you guys an idea what the chutes look like. That is what the chutes look like in the sales pavilion. Look for that. So back here, this whole line right here is to get into the exhibit floor, okay? So this is the line you want to look for. This is the end of the line right here. The front of the line is right here in this corner, right here. That's where you're going to find me and Efren and our crew. We'll be over there somewhere, you know what I'm saying? And this right here is what the escalators above Hall H look like. So when they usher you into the convention center, you're going to have to go up these escalators. You're going to come here and you're going to go right there. So you guys see where my arrow is, and they're going to make you walk all the way around here and come back around, and then you'll end up at the escalators again. And here's a picture of what the escalators look like, the line behind the escalator. So the escalators are right here, and this is the crowd looking at the escalators. So that's what it looks like. That's what you guys want to look for. If you want to go to Funko, you want to be in these escalators right here. If you want to go to Marvel or any of those the comic book, or film booths, you want to go through the chutes. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna have to walk a long ways to Marvel, to the middle from here, because this is at the far end of the convention center, which is Hall H, and it goes all the way to Hall A as you're going east, right? Am I saying it? East? Yeah, I think I'm right. Yeah, or north. All right, so there you go. So let's talk about Hall H. Let's answer some questions about Hall H. So to get into Hall H, you need to have this wristband. Tell them about the wristband.
So wristbands, they give out different ones for every day. So that one is purple, and they're going to give them out, Wednesday through Saturday, basically. And you need these wristbands to get into Hall H. If you don't have a wristband, you're not going to get in unless they have an opening, unless they open it up. And it's every now and then they do have space in there, but it's few and little. They don't have a lot of space after the panels begin. But Saturdays, if you don't have a wristband, forget it. You're not getting in.
Yep. You can wait all night long in the front of the line. If you don't have that wristband, they're not letting you into Hall H. So make sure that you go to the green flag behind the convention center to get the wristband at these times. So for Thursday, you have to get that wristband at 8 o'clock p.m. on Wednesday. For Friday, you have to get there at 7:15 at that flag. And on Saturday, you have to get there at 9:15 on Friday. And for Sunday, you need to get there at 9:15. What does the flag look like? What does the flag look like? Oh, we're gonna get there, okay? The flag is placed right here. So right here is Joe's Crab Shack. If you see Joe's Crab Shack, this is this little road behind the convention center that leads into a park with a basketball court and Joe Crab Shack. On the other side of the road is where that green flag will be. What does that green flag look like? Well, we got the pictures for you guys to show you, man, because that's what we do here. That is what the green flag looks like. On the other side of here is this road. So right here is this road right here. The green flag will be here. You will see someone with this sign that says next day line. So look for that green flag. Make sure you get there. And I'm going to let you guys know, even if you get there at 8:15 at that line and you're not part of any line group, you're gonna be all the way over there at what's the other side, the end of the marina called, that park over there in that area?
I don't. It's by Seaport Village, I think.
Yes,
right?
you'll be at Seaport Village. If you go at 8:15 and you're not part of any group, you'll be at Seaport Village. Seaport Village is about a half a mile away.
Yeah.
You know, half a mile north of this point. So
Yeah.
make sure if you want to go to, if you want to get there if you want to go to the Friday panel at Thursday, you're lining up here on Thursday instead of lining up in the Hall H line that I showed you guys prior. You want to line up for Friday. You want to line up here on Thursday for Friday.
Yes.
And then they would distribute the bands at around between 8 and 9 o'clock. They always say 9 o'clock, but sometimes they even do it earlier. So you want to get there at 8 o'clock and make sure you get that wristband. If you don't get that wristband, you ain't going, man. Just give up the dream. Give up the dream.
Now, one quick thing, you don't have to sleep there if you don't want to. A lot of people sleep there because they want to get like the best seats possible. If you don't, you have to show up at a certain time the next day, and you'll get in, but the seating, you'll probably be in the back.
You'll be way in the back. Yep.
But they have big screens there for everybody.
Yep, big screens, man, big screens. And people will sleep here overnight, and stay there all day. You'll see this line. You'll see people line up here all day from the back of the convention center. And that's the reason why I say get a nice umbrella. Get a nice umbrella because you will get blasted by the sun here. It gets really hot. It gets super hot. So bring that umbrella, man. Bring that umbrella if you feel like you're going to stay here all day and all night to go see the Marvel panel on Saturday if you're lining up here on Friday. All right, guys? I don't want to see any of y'all with sunburn because, and I'm going to tell you guys, like, hey, man, I told you to bring an umbrella, all right? Lines, man. The lines are part of the Comic-Con experience. Enjoy them. Go ahead, F.
Oh man, they are part of the experience, but when Hall H gets let out, it's like a zoo. I mean, there's no line. I'm talking about in the evening now. During the day, you'll see the line moving because people are walking inside the convention center, or they're going to Hall H, or they may want to go to a panel. There's panels in hotels, not just a convention center. So if you want it, there's one at the Marriott, there's one at the Hilton. There's panels there. So
the library too.
Yeah, the line, you may be going to this line all the way to Hall A, and right next to it is the Marriott Marquis, and they have panels there. And right next to Hall H, across the street, is the Hilton, and they have panels there. But this line and this street, which is usually cars go through, is going to be blocked off. Yeah. So, but be careful. Look where you're walking. Don't be on your phone the whole time because, you may fall or trip. So just pay attention because it's super crowded.
Yeah. Even if you're a celebrity and you want to get into a signing or get an exclusive, you're going to be waiting in lines the whole time. Just enjoy the lines. Enjoy the people in front of you and back of you. Get to know them. Network. You can really network well at the San Diego Comic-Con, and you'll meet friends that you'll have friends for life. You'll have friends for life, and you might even have friends that become enemies. You know what I'm saying? Who knows, man? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like it's lines are part of the experience here at San Diego Comic-Con. They are. A lot of people hate them, but they can be some of the best experiences that you've ever had at San Diego Comic-Con. So enjoy these lines, enjoy the people around you, enjoy the experience. Keep your eyes on a swivel, man, because you never know who might be passing by or handing out donuts and handing out coffee. I was in the line when J.J. Abrams handed out a bunch of donuts to everybody, and thanking them for thanking all of us for sleeping there all night to go see the Star Wars panel, man. So you just never know, right?
Yeah.
And another thing about San Diego Comic-Con is when you're in the convention, right, and you're looking for a signing line for Kevin Eastman or a signing line for Jim Lee, right, and you want to go wait in that line. Don't go to the booth and ask where the line is. Go look somewhere other than the booth on the wall and look for this sign saying end of the line. Go to that person that says end of the line, ask them what this line is for, and they will tell you what that line is for. Yeah.
Oops, you froze up, man. So I'm going to continue really quick. So this is the end of the line. You froze up. I was going to continue. Go ahead.
No, at the end of the line. So at the end of the line. So if you want to find this, if you want to find what line you are, make sure you find the person that has the end of the line. Ask them, or you're going to jump in another line, and it's not going to be for the booth you want to go to, right, F?
That's correct. You got to ask. Just ask. Everybody, they're used to being asked. So you got to ask questions while you're at Comic-Con. If you're not sure where you're going, ask somebody, hey, where's this at? Where's that at? And there's an app. Comic-Con has their own app, and that's very helpful also.
Yep. And you can even ask people that are in line. They're usually cool about it. You can say, "What line is this?" They're like, "Oh, this is the line for Hasbro." Okay, and you, where's the end of the line? Gonna show that guy that has the end of the line stick, and it's always high, and you'll always be able to see it, and you'll always be able to find it. Sometimes they cap the lines on you. Sometimes the lines are capped, and they'll say the line's capped, but they didn't say the line is done. They said it's capped, so you got to kind of keep walking around in a circle until they uncap it, then jump in that line once they uncap it. So. And that's OG advice for everybody, man. You got to kind of walking around in a circle until he puts that down and starts letting people in line. And you want to do that. It's like the chair game where you're walking around the chair. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So whatever the chair game is, you want to be where the chair is before everybody sits on it. So, and next up, my big advice for you guys. One of the favorite things I like to do is a Masquerade ball on Saturday at 8:00 p.m. in Ballroom 20. It's one of the funnest things in San Diego Comic-Con. One of the funnest things that has been happening in San Diego Comic-Con since it's open. A lot of great cosplayers come to this. The crowd is awesome. The crowd is full of OGs. We do chants to make fun of the announcers, and the announcers and speakers have been doing this for years. And you'll see it. You'll get a good laugh out of it. You'll meet a lot of cool people, and you'll see some great costumes and great dancing and great skits and everything. And it's a super fun thing to be part of. To get into here, you need to get tickets. And the tickets for these are in front of Ballroom 20, right across from the South Pavilion that I showed you guys. There is a pretzel. That's a pretzel snack bar, right? There's a pretzel snack bar. And it's right across. You'll see a little table there, and it'll say Masquerade ball tickets, and you get your tickets there. But usually they have seats, and if you don't get a ticket, they're gonna put you in the back. Any seat in the Masquerade ball is awesome. That's all I'm saying. They have 2 really big screens. A lot of love going in there. And while the Masquerade ball is going, in the sales pavilion, they're actually handing out snacks, so you can go outside, grab you some snacks, grab you a soda, go back in the Masquerade ball, and after the Masquerade ball is done, then they throw a little party in cells. They have a DJ and everything and some lights. If you're into that, I go back home and sleep because I want to come back on Sunday fresh. You know what I'm saying? It really doesn't end till like 12:30, 1 o'clock at night. You have 3 or 4 hours. Either you're gonna party all night or you're gonna sleep all night. Pick one. You can't do both. You know what I'm saying? So. But join the Masquerade ball. Have you ever been to this, Jeff?
Never been, man. I just don't know why, but I just never been. I'm gonna try to check it out this year, though.
You're coming with me, bro. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna have fun, man. This is something that me and my nephew have been doing for the last 10 years, man. We love it, man. We love the Masquerade ball. We have a blast. We fall asleep in some parts, but we're awake for most because it's on a Saturday. It's on the Saturday of the con, man, and we're just dead tired. We're dead tired. I'm gonna turn this over to you, F. This is some more OG advice for you guys for San Diego Comic-Con.
So you see the dates on the the top part. The one that's highlighted is Saturday, but Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. There's even one on Wednesday. These are panels that are happening around inside the convention center and at hotels right next to the convention center. So if you click on the arrows that are pointing right by Hoodrat's little icon, if you click on that, it gives you a full explanation of what each panel consists of, and then you can highlight it, which ones you want to go to. So this is also available on the app I was talking to you about, the San Diego Comic-Con app. If you highlight it or put there's a star, and it saves it for you, so it will let you know, hey, this is the ones that you want to go check out. And most panels usually last an hour. Every now and then they go an hour and a half, and most of the big ones are in Hall H and Ballroom 20. But the smaller ones, which we always try to hit, is like for comic books. And the reason we try to go to those comic books like Marvel or DC or Image is because sometimes they give away free comic books, and those are hot collector items. So that's the one I really try to look for. And there's some on Friday, and there's some on Sunday for Marvel. Thank God there's nothing for Saturday.
Yeah. So this is a good way to get your schedule together. But at the same time, I want you guys to see this. These are film rooms. These are film rooms in the Grand Marquis, and that's right next to San Diego Comic-Con, the convention center, that you can actually go in and watch a movie. Why? Why am I telling you guys this? Because you are not going to find a quiet place in downtown San Diego. for a break. If you want a break, you can walk all the way to Hall A. There's a connecting level that takes you on the second level straight into the Grand Marquis. Keep walking north. Keep walking north, and you'll hit these rooms. And there's films actually going in here. It is air conditioned. There's room. There's seats there where you can have a row to yourself. They serve water. You can get your snacks. You can drink your water. Take a quick nap. Kind of spread yourself out on the seats in some air conditioned, very big air conditioned room, and you can watch Army of the Darkness, Sinbad and the Eye of the Tiger, Princess Bride, whatever. Sometimes they even have an anime film festival going on at the Grand Marquis in these rooms, the Grand 5 and the Marriott Marquis in the Marina. And outside, actually, it's really quiet as well. There's some tables there as well, and there's if you bring a laptop, they have stuff you can wire. They have cables you can wire in your computer, and they also have outlets where you can charge your telephones. So this is always a great place to go if you need a break at San Diego Comic-Con. Is in the Grand Marquis and the Grand 5. Just keep walking all the way through the convention center, past Hall A on the second level into the Grand Marquis. Keep walking and you'll hit a bunch of ballrooms. Great place to be. You ever been in these places, Efren?
Usually I've been inside the Marquee just to pick up when they give you like little tickets to pick up like a prize from the Comic-Con. But inside the films, no, I've never been in there, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you, man. This is a little secret that the OGs have, man. That me and my nephew always go and hang out. Great place to take a break. Great place to take a break away from the crowds. There are no crowds here. It's just a nice chill with a big television that you can eat your snacks and take a quiet nap, man. Take a quiet nap. But then another advice, another tip that we have is Sunday Fun Day is Family Day. This is a time when we bring all our kids. This is when the cosplayers really come out, and it's a great time to bring your kids because your kids will get a lot of swag on Sunday. They are giving swag away to all the kids, man, because this is what Sunday is all about. It's not all about us. It's about our kids having their experience and taking pictures and enjoying memories and creating memories over at San Diego Comic-Con. Have you taken your daughter to Sunday Fun Day, man?
I used to take her when she was young. You know, as a little kid, I took my daughter when my daughter's like an adult now. So family fun days are now not for us anymore. But when she was younger, yes, we used to go. Yeah. Yep.
I've been taking my son since he was born. My son was actually born a week after Comic-Con. Like he stayed in his mama. My son went to Comic-Con in his mama's tummy, was born a week after, and he's been to every San Diego Comic-Con that happened, but not in COVID, right? So he missed 2 years, but he's been at every one. And we have pictures of him growing up as a Comic-Con aficionado, man. And he's gonna be an aficionado when he's my age, going there for 40 straight years. He's gonna beat Efra's record, man, at 30 years, man. Watch.
For sure, man.
So bring the family, man. Bring the kids. Take pictures and enjoy your time. And go by the booths, and your kids will get a lot of swag, man. A lot of nice swag for them. But next, man, let's talk about memories, man. My favorite memories. So I've been going for the last 10 years. And this is my favorite memory was the Star Wars concert that happened in, I think, 2015 when they had a panel around The Force Awakens. We didn't know this was going to happen, man. I slept in the Hall H line all night. I didn't get the wristband. A lot of my friends left me. With no hope, saying, "Oh man, you're just sleeping here for nothing." But what happened, man? The Hoodrat always gets in, man. The Hoodrat got in with no wristband. I got in, got a really nice seat right in the middle, man. Enjoyed this with my wife. We stayed in the Hall H panel. The whole time was Game of Thrones time as well. At the same time, it was when Walking Dead was really popular, and we got to see The Rock as well. The Rock came through, and then at the end we had the Star Wars panel with J.J. Abrams. And we didn't know what was gonna happen, man. He just said a bunch of stormtroopers walked up to the stage. And he goes, "Follow the stormtroopers," and he escorted us past that in the little island in the back where Joe Crabshack is. And we had this Star Wars concert with John Williams. John Williams was actually there, man. John Williams played the entire Star Wars album, man. And all the Force Awakens actors were there as well, and J.J. Abrams, everybody, man. It was epic, man. It was epic, and you can see the smile on me and my wife's face all night sleeping. I actually slept in this stuff, bro. So it was an awesome night, man. And what is one of your favorite memories from San Diego Comic-Con, F?
So really quick, these are artists. Well, everybody who knows, anybody who's into comic books knows that on the right-hand side, that's Stan Lee. I met, this picture was taken like 1994 or 93. When I moved to San Diego, I seen him walking down the aisle, and I told myself, I had this other story about meeting Jack King Kirby that I was too embarrassed to say hi to him. And I told myself, ever since then, I'm going, if I see somebody that I really want to talk to, I'm going to go up to them and say hi. I don't care. I seen Stan Lee. Like I said, this was like in the middle 1990s. I said, hey, you're Stan Lee. My cousin took a picture of us, and years later, I had the picture signed by Stan Lee.
Look at that, man. Look at the young Efren, man. Look, we have Efren in his youth, and Efren as my uncle.
Yeah.
Look at that, man. That's how long Efren has been attending San Diego Comic-Con. So listen to the man. Listen to the man. He has proof here. Look at that, man. IO 2200. They don't look like that anymore. They're a lot more prettier than that, man. You know what I'm saying? Look at that, dude. You can tell the time. You can tell, man. This is awesome, dude. Yeah, man. But awesome on that. Man, to have a picture with Stan Lee and have him sign it, epic, man. Epic,
so I made sure to get it signed by him. And on the one on the left is back in 2019, the last time Comic-Con was around, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So we were upstairs waiting to get inside, and I seen Art Adams, who's a really famous artist. I seen him walking down the aisle. Nobody recognized him. I go, hey, I went after him. I go, excuse me, Art Adams. He goes, yeah. Can I get a picture with you? And he goes, yeah, sure. So we took a picture, and he was going, what's this line for?
Even he has to ask, man.
Yeah, this is to get inside Comic-Con. He goes, oh, since he's already inside the convention center, he's an artist. He probably, I don't know what he was doing upstairs in the, by the sales pavilion, but he was there, and I made sure that I chased him down. Like I said, if I see somebody that I want to take a picture with now, if they have time, I go, hey, can I get a picture? I'm a big fan. I always talk to them now. So that was back in 2019.
You know what, man? I have a funny story too. I was in line at the Hasbro line. We had gotten a little early, and somebody tapped me on my shoulder. I looked back, and this guy goes, "What's this line? What's this booth for?" I go, "It's for Hasbro, man." And he goes, "What are you trying to get? Are you trying to get the Deadpool?" I was like, "Maybe." And I looked back. I said, "Oh shit, that was Rob Liefeld."
Oh really?
Yeah, he asked me, "You gonna get the Deadpool?" I looked back, and all my friends were like, "Damn, that's Rob Liefeld, bro." I was like, "Oh shit, yeah, that was cool, man." But yeah, man, those are these are memories that you'll have forever, man. Memories that you'll be telling stories about. Wish we could tell you more memories that we have. We try to make this nice and quick, but we want to give you as much information as possible. And this is a beautiful view, right? This is how you know you're in the thick of it. When you see this, what feeling does this give you, F, when you're going up the escalators and seeing this?
Seeing those banners, you're there. I mean, this is an iconic picture at the San Diego Comic-Con with the I International. That's been around for decades, and it just tells you that you're there. And I go, wow, let's get going.
Yeah, I'm just glad. I'm glad Comic-Con's back. I'm glad the studio has decided to come back to Comic-Con. We're gonna have a full Hall H, all 4 days, man. It's gonna be Christmas in San Diego. That's what the locals like to call it. Christmas in July. It's Christmas in July for us here in San Diego, man. But
let me show you this really quick, man. Can you?
I want to see this. I want to see this, man. Go ahead.
This is a picture of me and my daughter at Comic-Con. Look how happy we are. That's what it's all about. Everybody was just having a good time. These are the stairs in front of the convention center, going towards Hall A. This is just a picture that it's such a great memory of me and my daughter. I will cherish this picture forever.
Oh, man. Look at that, man. Look, you guys are all happy, man. You guys are happy. Since you're sharing that, man, I'm going to share one of me and my son, man, when he was I think this was his second Comic-Con. His second Comic-Con. This is us. Yu-Gi-Oh! Used to have a booth, and you would take these pictures, and you get your own San Diego Comic-Con. What is it called? What was it called? Yu-Gi-Oh! Card, man. This is me and my wife and my son right there. This is, I think, from 2018 or 19, one of the two, man. I think it's from 2018. This was his first Comic-Con as a kid out the womb. His first one was in his mama's tummy, man. But this is his second one out the womb, and look at him chilling there, man. He'll be at San Diego Comic-Con also on Sunday, hanging out with us as well, man. But we have some things to tell you guys about, man. That we'll be doing around San Diego Comic-Con. So on the Monday of San Diego Comic-Con, that is July 18th. We're gonna have the Monday Night Comic Jive. and local North County local, man, representing North County, man. Is EMGist. He'll be coming on. I talked to him today. He's stoked, man. We're gonna do a live sketch giveaway to the live chat, so you have to be there, man. And when you have to say something in the live chat, and I will put you in the wheel for a sketch from one of the hottest cover artists today is with EMGist. A style that you know it's him. It's a style that you know him, and it's a style that people are copying when you see a copycat. But there's only one EMGist, man, and I'm just proud to call him a friend, man, and I'm so happy for his success. And he's keeping it humble, man. He's coming on the Monday Night Comic Drive to hang out with us to do a live sketch giveaway. And then F, man, what else we got? What are we doing at San Diego Comic-Con, bro?
Oh my gosh, man. Believe it or not, everybody, we got a panel. We're going to be hosting our own panel at San Diego Comic-Con this Thursday between 3 and 4 p.m. It's at the San Diego Central Library. There's the address right there, 300 Park Boulevard, the Neil Morgan Auditorium. It's all about networking. Ian said that earlier about networking, and I met a person who works for San Diego Comic-Con, and I said, hey, we were trying to get a panel, but obviously we didn't get one. And he goes, did you fill out the form? I'm going, I didn't even know there was a form. He goes, yeah, it's not online on the San Diego Comic-Con website. It's somewhere else. I said, no. But we exchanged, I started following him on Instagram, and then we exchanged information. I sent him a message, and he says, hey, we'll put you on standby, so to speak. If there's somebody who can't make it or cancels, we'll try to get you in. And lo and behold, he got us in. It's going to be me, Ian, Hoodrat Comics, Mickey from Swaggle House, and hopefully Javed from, also he's on your Hoodrat Comics podcast. So this is like, we're part of history, man. That's something we're always going to cherish. Say we were in a San Diego Comic-Con panel.
Oh man, I never thought I'd ever be part of a panel, bro. I mean, it wasn't even like in my mind, man. Like when you made this happen, man, I was like, dude, this is big, man. This is big, man. This is awesome, man. And hopefully we can do this panel for years to come, man. Years to come, right? Make it big, even bigger and better, man. Bigger and better, man.
Yeah, we'll be telling you next year.
It's gonna be fun, bro. It's gonna be fun, man. We really prepped a good show for you guys. We're gonna run it like a podcast, man, and this is what we do. So it's gonna be fun, man. It's gonna be fun with Ephraim, Mickey, and Javed, man. And Ephraim, man, you are the man, bro. You are the man for making this happen, man. Making this happen. But Ephraim, man, hey, man, thank you for coming on, man. And you let everybody know where they can find you, bro.
So I'm on Instagram also under Passpoint Comics, and I'm on YouTube, Passpoint Comics. I'm on TikTok every now and then, and I try to do a lot of stuff on Instagram, posting pictures at least once or twice a day. I'm going to be going tomorrow downtown, taking some pictures. I'll be posting them on Instagram. Hopefully during Comic-Con, I'm going to be on Instagram Live a lot, just walking around the convention center, seeing if anybody wants to see it who can't make it, unfortunately. What's it all about? So yeah, it's going to be fun. Definitely.
Yep. And you can find me on Instagram at Hoodrat Comics, Hoodrat_comics. And you can find me here at www.hoodratcomics.com. But we hope you guys have a fun San Diego Comic-Con. Tune into our Instagrams if you're not going, and we'll keep you guys abreast about what's happening, all the fun things we're doing, and all the great people we're meeting. Hopefully it'll be like you guys are attending as well, man, because that's what it's all about. Keeping this community tight, man, and keeping everybody involved and helping everybody experience the same things that we do, man. But we love y'all, man, and we hope we see you guys at the panel that are attending, man. We're going to have a blast. And I'm Hoodrat, you're Hoodrat, and what? We all Hoodrats, and we out. Have a great San Diego Comic-Con, guys.
Bye.